Alright then, hello everybody, and welcome back to RPN Esports. We are here for round 10 in Hungary. We are back after, 2 weeks? I think it was. We had the Christmas break and the New Year break. And to start off the new year, I'm not going to be alone. I am joined with Inorganic. Hello there, Inorganic.
Hello there. Yeah, I might not be talking too much, or if my voice goes, then I apologise. But I will mute it when I start coughing up.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like Brazil was the full qualifying, but you're not gonna hear a lot from Inorganic. So we have the first cars leaving for 2024. It's the two Mercedes who are first out on track, and I will say, Inorganic, how did your race go yesterday?
Um, uh, well, the car itself actually showed some fantastic pace, but the driver that was actually driving it yesterday pressed the wrong button. He pressed the hit the wall button, which I forgot to warn him about.
Yeah.
And yeah, he found out the hard way that there is a hit the wall button. I happen to press quite a lot.
Very common mistake. Lots of drivers seem to have that. One of those being Entity in this division. Loves to activate that button. We now see that Al is gonna start his lap. We have three drivers who are doing their first lap on mediums. The learner driver, his teammate Luke, and Stebo as well. So they're setting a set of softs for the race, and I do think a medium soft strategy is definitely possible. There have to be a lot of tire management to be able to make the strategy pay off. And there could be
What did you do yesterday?
I did medium hard, but there was like a ton of safety cars, so I think everyone pretty much did that. Safety car.
Yeah, I was watching in my sick bed.
Yeah, and I think everyone was on hards except for a few drivers, because the said car came out around the pit window, and then I don't think anybody else really hit it after that, to be honest. Even after all the safety cars. But we've got Al, who's sent the first lap of 16.5, and his teammate does a 15.8. That's about 7/10 quicker. Got Steve, who's starting a lap. Learner driver now setting his first lap of 2024, and he does a 15.6, 2/10 faster than Jeff Fish when he's on the mediums. Spinala is starting his lap. Next will be Stubby as he approaches the final two corners. It's a long corner. You have to be careful on acceleration so you don't lose control of the car. And he goes 17.1. Next is Entity, does a 15.8. Draft crosses the line. He does 16.6 rather than his teammate. That was Maga, who's just done a 16.8. Higgsy crosses the line, goes up to 4th. Quinn's just gone up to 7th, and somebody else just crossed out. Oh! Wow. I did not expect to see this. Al just hit the pit wall on entry, and his teammate drove right into him. So they're both out of qualifying. That is incredible. Never seen that before. And he now have Sminotla, because he goes fourth fastest with a 15.8. The first ones are over, but the two Mercedes will not be able to do any more laps in organic. You see that? So were you too busy being sick?
No, I didn't say that. I was actually just on board with Higgsy, so I actually missed the double retirement from Mercedes. I usually expect something like that from Ferrari. Usually not Mercedes.
And I don't know what to say about that. It's just so random that just happened. And Danos, if you're watching, you can put down your race report tomorrow. They all seem to be going into the pits now. Got people in chat now either saying good evening, either, and then SC, that's either Al or Jefferson saying yeah. No, don't think I'm allowed to swear, but yeah. I mean, hitting the pit wall on entry is one crazy thing to do. To have your teammate follow you as well, even crazier. But all the cars into the pits now, and no one seems to be out on track, so they're all preparing for their second run now, and those are that started on mediums will now be going on to the softs. And you've got a Red Bull there, that's either Higgsy or Maga. That's leaving, but Stubby is he's out already. Did not see that. So he has a clear track ahead of him for him to warm his tyres up, prepare for the lap. And all the other cars are following him.
I mean, with the Mercedes double retirement, is that kind of reminiscent of the two Williams drivers? I think they're going to do that in the main race.
Mercedes, they do power Williams. They're the engine supplier, so maybe he might just follow down. They might take after Mercedes. And it would be funny to see another team do that as well, to be honest. But Stubby is starting his lap now. Got yellow flags. That seems to be a Williams out at the second DRS straight. More yellow flags, but that's not going to affect Stubby, who coming out of turn 4, then is, yeah, or 3, one of them. Approaching this the quick left turn, which could catch you out. I never managed to exceed track limits there, which is quite a surprise because every time I drive there, I always seem to go wide. Now approaching the worst part of this track, the constant turns. He's gone purple sector 1, improving by 7/10. Much better lap from him to do a 17.1 last time. And now he is at the moment out of the exit of that corner that's going to affect his lap time. He comes out of the final corner now, and he goes 6th fastest with a 16.2. Next is Maga, and he goes just ahead of his teammates by 2/10. Next is Luke. He crosses the line, he got 5th fastest with a 15.9. And then you've got, well, its entity is going to be starting his lap next crossing the line, and he's going to be followed by Learner Driver, who's going to go 15.1. That is 7/10 ahead of Jeffish, who of course will not be setting any more laps. Higgs has gone into the pits. Not starting his lap, and Devo's gone into the pits. Giraffe, I think, will next be setting his lap time as he is at the final 2 corners. And he goes into the pits, and here comes Stubby. They all seem to be going to the pits. Seems like all their second runs are done. That felt very quick. Luke's recharging, he's going into the pits. We got Quinn's starting there. And Entity's going to the pits. They all seem to be going into the pits, except for Quinn, who is starting his second run, so we'll follow him throughout the lap, see if he can go faster than his brother up in 5th. Now turn 3, I think that is. Yeah, turn 3. Turn 4 is up by a 10th on to the first sector. You can see as he approaches the tight, twisty section, starting with the chicane. Left and medium speed right out of medium or slow speed corners here, as he's up by 5/10 now. Does seem to be a good lap, a much better lap. He's now the final 2 corners. It's where a lot of time could be lost, but Cars hasn't had any moments. He's kept it on track, and he's gonna cross the line, and he goes 7th fastest with a 16.0. That is 2 places behind his team, behind his brother, I mean, by 1/10. And we've got people coming out of the pits now. First one is Higgsy, so we'll watch him on what would most likely be his final lap, as he's going to the pits, so that's not going to be his final lap then. See if Giraffe does the same, or he does go on to set another lap time. Currently 12th at last, 1/10 behind Al in 11th. So if he does improve by a 10th, then Al will be starting last, and there's nothing he can do about it. And Giraffe is starting his lap now, so we'll see what he can do. It's a quick lap time, 1 minute 15 or 16, around there, depends on what Giraffe can do. They are all coming out for their final lap now. Giraffe probably won't get another chance unless he messes up early, then has the rest of the lap to recharge his ERS and stuff like that. That's if he has enough fuel.
Didn't NXX set a fast time yesterday? That was one in the 1:15s, wasn't it? To
I
get on pole.
think you mean Lost Glader. He got on pole position.
Oh, got on pole. Yeah, last Glader won it, and NXX set. Yeah, I think they were in the 1:15s, weren't they?
Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember the lap time I set, so.
Yeah, cause last Glader was showing that my Alfa Romeo has actually got pace. So it's either my driving or the fact that I'm just quite big and I'm weighting the car down.
Probably both.
Oh.
Giraffe has gone up to 8th place, 16.2. They're all starting their final lap now. Stubby, I think, was the next to start his lap, so we'll watch him through his lap. Stubby first sector improving by exactly 1/10. So I would take him up to. I've lost where I am. Take him up to 8th.
Do you want to borrow my sat nav?
I'm fine, thanks. Sandals will probably tell me to go drive into the wall, probably.
Just watching the Williams of Giraffe spin round then on the final corner.
You can see it on the minimap. Stubby is approaching it now, so I'll be hoping Williams doesn't get in his way, which he hasn't. Stubby's going to cross the line, and he goes second fastest at 15.7. See who is next. It's Higgs who's starting his lap. Luke's going to cross the line now. He does faster than Stubby at 15.6, making it Alpine front row. Learner driver improves again with a 15.0. Steve crosses the line. Now he goes up to second with a 15.5. They're all beating each other by 1/10. Next is Entity. We'll see what he's able to do, and he's managed 4th place and 15.7. And now Maggot crosses the line. Now he goes up to second with a 15.4. They're getting closer to Learner driver's time. Don't know if they'll be able to beat it though. Spinella has invalidated, so he's not going to be able to improve. Now you've got Higgsy, who had an AlphaTauri in his way for a bit, but hopefully that hasn't slowed his lap time down, as he is at the final 2 corners now. There's another AlphaTauri in his way, but that one's he's going to the pits, so definitely won't be affected by that. Higgsy crosses the line now, manages 7th with a 15.8. I don't know anyone else that is going to be on a lap, unless any of these Alpines on a lap. They're all going into the pit, and by the looks of things, I believe that is it for qualifying. They are all pulling into the pits now. So
I'm just watching Entity do burnouts and doing donuts. I love the way that he controls that Williams. Hopefully he doesn't do that too much in the race though.
I've just seen Giraffe has been disqualified for facing the wrong way, and it does look like that is going to affect his starting position. He was only 11th before, so he's only dropping 1 place, but that means Al, despite crashing to the pit wall, will not be starting last. It'll be Giraffe. But yeah, that was it for qualifying. And the entities managed 5th, but Learner Driver in the new year still managing to take pole by 4 tenths ahead of Maga in 2nd. Stevo got 3rd, Luke 4th, Entity 5th, Stubby got 6th with Higgsy 7th, Jeffish 8th, he retired in because of his teammates really. And then Sminola 9th, Quinn 10th, Al 11th, and Giraffe 12th because of his disqualification. And yeah, if we've had crashes and disqualifications in qualifying, imagine what's going to be like in the race. It'd be interesting to see if there's rain as well. And by the looks of it, there isn't. So dry race to the end. Just a question of how many safety cars there'll be.
We're going on predictions here for amount of safety cars. 3.
I was gonna say 3. 3 safety cars with 2 virtual safety cars.
And the win?
Learner Driver.
I'm thinking outside the box there, aren't you?
Yeah. Think a little bit brave.
A bit edgy there, a bit edgy. Going for Learner Driver for the win. Who are you going to put for 2nd and 3rd?
2nd and 3rd. 2nd place, I'll go... Actually, 3rd place, I will go for Luke. I reckon he'll take 3rd place. But for 2nd... Stubby. I'll go Stubby for 2nd.
I think if Stevo keeps it on the track, I think you could be looking at Learner Driver, Stevo, and do you know what? I'm going to call it, I'm going to say Entity for a podium spot.
Podium in like first to DNF or?
I mean, I don't know if that's me or the chest infection talking there. But yeah, Entity. I must be delusional, but I'm going with Entity for podium.
Interesting predictions. Looking at the tyres now, the top 4 all starting on mediums. Entity's on soft, so he's going to be looking to have best start possible. And Stubby is on hards. And got Higgsy, Jeffish, and Sminola on mediums. Quinn is on softs, and then Al and Giraffe are on mediums. So mostly mediums with a few soft runners and a hard runner. Learner Driver now at the final corner, gonna line up. Giraffe was staying behind in the formation, giving extra time to warm his tyres up. And all the cars.
I think that's Giraffe just trying to get inside Learner Driver's head there by going around the track. As that was Al's disqualified.
Yeah. And now the race starts about to happen. Got 5 red lights. Okay, let's go. And we're off. Let's see who has the better star. Maga looks like he's got a better star than Learner Driver. Steve-O down the inside as well, going 3-1 into turn 1 on and off. Maga's got the inside, however, and he's going to try to get this. Learner Driver is off the track, and he rejoined the track, still battling for first place. Now he's on the inside of Maga, and see if he's able to hold on and make contact. Managed to keep on track, however, and now Steve-O behind. Might be looking around the outside of Learner Driver. He's gonna go for it, but Learner Driver managed to hold on. And you've got Jeffish looking down the inside of Luke now as they head into the chicane. Let's see, there's something's happened at the back. It's Al who is lost control. I'm pretty sure he's lost wing. No, his wings look fine. I did see some debris. There's debris everywhere else.
Higgsy's got damage.
Higgsy is missing a front left end plate. And they've got Quinn going down the inside of Giraffe. They're squeezing him out and taking 8th place. And Higgsy 2 seconds behind. It's been an awful start from him. Stubby's gone into the pits now. He took damage at the start, as well as Higgsy, both into the pits, and Learner Driver has got past Maga into turn 1. They are side by side. Maga's not giving this one up as he's on the inside now. Let's see if he's able to do it. He isn't, and Learner Driver has managed to get past and is back into the lead of the race. If you look at position change, most of the stuff's been happening at the back. You've got Snoll and Draft. The gaps look quite close, but nothing happened there. And
so it's a really short track, isn't it, Hungary? So disastrous starts if you've got to go into the pits on the first lap, so I don't think you'll be able to take them hards to the end of the race.
No, they will prey on a safety car, which can definitely happen. But Jeffish has had the best start. He's made the 4 places, and Stubby and Higgsy, they've had the worst starts. They've both dropped 5 places. DRS is enabled now. Jeffish might not need that as he's looking down the inside of Steve-O, and Steve-O spun round.
Touched him.
And Jeffish caught it now. Steve-O blocking his way. They're both dropping down lots of places. But Jeffish, I mean, he didn't manage to overtake Steve-O, so you got that job done. Just lost a lot of places while doing so. What else is happening at the front? Looks like to be lots of gas towards the back. That's where you got DRS train forming. You got these 3 cars close together, and Snoller will be trying to push to get DRS off Quinn, so he's less vulnerable down the straight.
Both of the Mercedes have a bit of a rocky start.
They both had problems in the start. Al had a problem at the chicane. Lost control of his car, and Jeff Fish made contact with Steve-O, and Giraffe's looking down the inside of Spinoza at turn 1 as he doesn't look like he's been able to make the overtake, but that's allowed Al to go down the inside. Al's gone into the grass, almost lost control of his car, but he's managed to keep it on track. Almost got involved with another incident, and no one's gained or lost any places there.
Did you say Mercedes involved in almost in another incident? I mean,
Mercedes have been involved.
If there's an incident, Mercedes are in there somewhere.
That's pretty much been the story of this race. Al's had a moment at the chicane there, sliding through it, which don't think it's the fastest way to take it. He's got his teammate Jetfish behind him now. So, let's see if there's any team orders happening here. And Jetfish will be praying that Al doesn't hit the pit entry wall.
I would say there are team orders in Mercedes. It's just that both drivers think that they're the number one. So
just assuming that team orders are to benefit them. Head back down the straight. No, overtakes. It got another DRS straight after this corner here. It's quite a short one, so overtaking is quite difficult here. No one's made any moves this lap. Starting to be more careful considering what happened last time they were there. And Lana Driver has managed to pull almost 4 seconds ahead of Maggot, so that's him never going to be seen again.
and look who's third.
Let's see. And Owl has taken a terrible line through that. It's been onto the grass and off the track. And
I think he's got the Mercedes G-Wagon instead of the Formula One car. I think trying to do as much off-roading as possible.
yeah, and seems to be hanging moments through the exit of the penultimate corner, so car tires maybe problem, I'm not too sure, but Giraffe has gone down the inside of Spinoza. They are going side by side again as they approach turn 2, and Giraffe might be looking around the outside. He's gone offline, but no, Spinoza has managed to hold on and keep that 6th place. Giraffe will be feeling that he's much quicker, and that Spinoza is holding him up, as he did seem to be quite fast to turn 4. So maybe he's got higher downforce.
We've got F1 Widow in chat. An happy new year to you, and I hope you're all well.
And Lana Driver's almost pulled 5 seconds ahead, so don't expect to see much of him this race. So we're going back down the start-finish straight, and we'll see if Giraffe is close enough to make the overtake. He does look close enough, and so he might try to go down the inside again, and he's in a much better position than he was last time, and he's almost had a moment of the exit of turn 1, but he's managed to hold it. And now Al as well with DRS trying to look around the outside. Spinoza is holding on, and Giraffe has managed to overtake Spinoza, and he'll prioritize trying to build a gap so Spinoza doesn't have DRS down the start finish straight next lap, or later this lap. Now Al is all over the back of Spinoza. Giraffe struggling to build a gap ahead of Spinoza, so might see these two battling for a while this race. Probably the only battle we'll see, as no one else appears to be close to each other. Spinoza sliding on during the braking somehow, and maybe he's got ABS off or something. But back down the straight, none of them seem to be close to each other. So no overtakes down that straight. Is there going to be any this straight? Will Al try to look for a move? Again, not close enough, so no overtakes this lap. They're going to try to stick with each other throughout the rest of the lap until DRS. They get DRS on the start finish straight, and Al has just exceeded track limits there, so that'll be a warning for him. Don't think that'll be his first though, the way on the stuff I've seen from him this race. And Jefffish as well, dropping behind his teammates, and Steve might be looking at that, thinking he could catch up, and Al will be thinking that he won't have to face pressure from his teammates again, as Minotla has the same problem again, same corner as well, so that's going to allow that's going to allow Al to be close to him down this straight. Sminola will have DRS and does not seem to be close enough to Giraffe to make an overtake. See if he's close enough. This straight doesn't seem like it. That DRS straight is a very short straight, so if you're behind them on the exit, there's a high chance you're not going to make the overtake. But Al has just been all over the back of Spinala. He will definitely try to overtake him as soon as possible. See if he can get himself into a battle with Giraffe, who will be enjoying seeing Al put pressure on Spinala. Could give him time to build a gap. And Jeffish barely holding on to DRS from his teammates. Spinala seemed to take that corner much better than he did last time, but Al's had a moment now out of the exit of that corner, so that's going to allow Spinoza to have a bit of a gap out of the exit of that corner. So he head back down the straight, and well, it seems he's definitely close enough now. He's going to go down the inside out turn one, and he's got the overtake done. Did very well, and now he's up into 7th place. Minolo has dropped down to P8, and now Al might try to close the gap on Giraffe, see if he can take P6, and Jeff Fisher has managed to close up as well. And now he could be back into this battle again. But Al has about 10% ERS compared to everyone around him. He's going to have to do a lot of managing throughout the corners, as Jeffish has had a moment. The curb there has managed to keep it going on track, but Spinala has managed to put away from there. And Steve looks like he's catching up as well, so might see more cars in this battle. His draft seems like he's putting away. He's out. Al hasn't managed to get DRS, and Sam Mount that corner there, and with no ERS as well, this might be a problem for Al, as Ronaldo behind with 80% ERS and DRS. And Spinala will see that and think they can take P7 back again, but it's gonna be a struggle when Al's teammate is right behind him, trying to overtake him. It doesn't seem to be anything else happening elsewhere. All seem to be in large gaps, as Jeffish very close to Spinala. It looked like he was going to go for the overtake, and for a second I thought he was going to go for the overtake at the chicane there, which would have been brave, but Jeffish could not be any closer to Spinala, who is now over a second behind Al, so that's slowing, so Jeffish will be feeling that's slowing him down. He looks down the inside of that corner there, thought better of it, and so with Jeffish being that close to Spinala, and Spinala not having DRS either, I think Jeffish has just had a moment out of the exit of that corner. Let's
I think
see.
the two soft runners are going to have to start thinking about going into the pits at some point now.
Yeah, and Jeffish has gone down the inside of Spinola at turn 1, but Spinola's done the switchback, and shame the camera decided to not show that, but that's allowed Steve-O to get past. Jeffish seemed to be going quite slow there. If he went on the track, I'm not too sure. If only the camera allowed us to see what was actually going on, but that's...
Yeah, he went off track.
Yeah, okay, thanks for telling us. But, yes, Steve-O is now ahead, and Jeffish was all over the back of Steve-O through them couple of corners, had a moment out of the exit of the corner there. Now Steve-O's behind over a second, but now Steve-O's gone off track, so that could be track limits. Warning for track limits. But Jeffish has the went off track, as you said. We feeling they can get back them again. No, but get back past over them. Can get past them again. Yeah, you can re-overtake them again. However, Steve-O has DRS, which is problems for Spinoza and for Jeffish. That's what Steve-O would have been hoping for, as Jeffish was all over the back of him, and there might have just been another track limits warning there. Yeah, Jeffish was all over the back of Steve-O, so that DRS was would be a huge sigh of relief. As now Steve-O appears to be close enough to Spinola that if he was to get DRS, he could overtake him. And how he does do the next couple of corners. And yeah, as you said, Entity and Quinn on the softs. 12 laps on softs, quite impressive. And Quinn has gone into the pits now, so he'll be most likely going to hards maybe. See if he can take them to the end of the race. Lap 15 was when we all pitted onto hards, I think. That was because of safety cars. And then we had a bunch of safety cars
to... Gone into mediums?
Mediums there. Soft
so
medium or soft medium soft?
Soft
probably.
Medium soft probably, yeah. Two-stopper.
And of course always a chance for a safety car, so Quinn can always pit for softs without any consequence. And Jeffish has just gone off the track again, and he's there's lots of track limits. You can tell that it's been a while since they've practiced, and Quinn has got past Stubby. Stubby goes off the track there as well. They all seem to be going off the track. But yeah, Quinn on the fresh softs just having way more grip than 12 lap mediums. But our entity's gone into the pits as well, so both soft runners into the pits. Go back to this battle for 7th, as Al has just pulled away now. Smaller almost 4 seconds behind him now. But no one's close enough with DRS to make an overtake. And no one's close enough on this straight to make an overtake as well. And Quinn's already pulled almost 3 seconds ahead of Stubby, and he's just over a second behind Entity, which I'm pretty sure there was like 1 or 2 cars between them before they pitted. Like, Entity was 3rd, Quinn was like 5th, I think. So would have been Luke between them.
Do you think they'll be able to take their mediums to the end? Because if you said that you were pitting around lap 15 to get off your mediums onto the hards.
That was because that was a safety car. So,
Well,
but
if you're looking about 15 laps, that's about lap 30. There's only an extra 5 laps.
yeah,
Theoretically could take their mediums to the end, although Maggot has actually gone onto hards.
yeah, and they all seem to be going to the pits now, as Steve as well went to the pits. So Jeffish will go to try and overtake Spinola. But we also did have massive helping of. Oh, Jeffish has got a penalty there. I saw that. Went too wide out of the exit of turn 3, and that's the first penalty tonight. I don't really know if there was any penalties yesterday in Championship. That's first penalty, and that could be I could lose in a lot of positions. See, I mean, was in a position with Stebo and Spinoza, so that 3-second time penalty will definitely hurt him. But I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. So we'll just yeah, and Jeffish quite close behind Spinola. He could see an overtake on the inside of turn 1, and is he going for it? He is going for it, and I think he's forced Spinola off the track there to make the but he's managed to make the overtake, so I don't think he'll be complaining. And Spinola just has to stay within the 3 seconds to pretty much get that position back. Of course, depending on how pit stops go, that could all change.
Did Samotla go off track? I don't know if he did go off track. I know he had a bit of a
did.
moment.
It did look a bit wide, but I wasn't too sure if it was actually off track because the camera at the exit of turn 1 just does not appear to exist, so I can't tell.
Yeah, some of the camera angles are a bit poor around here.
Yeah. Don't think he pushed him off on purpose. If he did, then don't think there's anything he could have done about it.
All I saw was someone having a bit of a moment, but didn't actually see him off track.
Okay. And it's got DRS again, so we can always, if he does get close enough, he could overtake Jeff Fish, and it seems like for the first time this race, we have 2 cars within DRS range of each other towards the front. We've got Giraffe, who is 7 tenths behind Luke, current Alpine 1-2. Giraffe will try to stop that. We've got a bit of a DRS train here. Entity is approaching the back of Jeffish and Spinola, and of course they've been battling pretty much all race, so Entity will hopefully not get caught in a race and lose too much time. He's got lots of grip. He could see an overtake down the inside of this corner. They've banged wheels, but Entity, he's got the job done, and he has moved up into 6. We've got about 5 car DRS train now, as Maggot and Quinn have approached the back of the DRS train, and Entity is see if he's close enough to make an overtake, but Quinn behind them looking at overtaking Spinola down the inside of turn 1. He hasn't, that's gonna hurt him, but he's there. And Stubby's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Entity's managed to get past Jeffish up into fifth place. And you've got Mega.
Jetfish had a big moment then as Entity went past. Jetfish had a big moment, but managed to control it.
And Maga he pitted for hard. He's not fresh hard. He's stuck behind Spinotla on 18 lap mediums. That's gonna hold him up massively. As Quinn is also being held up by Jetfish.
Yeah, you got them medium runners now that are doing 19 laps, coming up to 20 laps. So
they'll probably be going on to
softs. Yep, soft mediums.
And Quinn's going down the inside of Jetfish, and Maggot's going down the inside of Spinotla as well. And we've got Jetfish and Al going into the pits now. Al hasn't crashed into the pit lane wall entry, but he has sped in the pit lane, so he does not have good luck with Hungary's pit lane. Seems like. And this DRS train is no one really close enough to make any overtakes. Giraffe and Al have gone on to softs now, so medium softs. That's what we said, and that's what they've done. They will take them to the end, and Quinn and what was it? Quinn and Entity, they started on softs, stood them for about 12 laps.
About 15, wasn't it? About 15 laps.
Yeah. Well, 15 laps is about when the mediums, I would say about lap 13, 14, so they can just extend it for one lap, so soft's definitely possible. To the end, of course, we've got other drivers who haven't pitted yet. And you've got Maga here, who's looking down the inside. We've seen quite a few overtakes attempted at that corner. Obviously, Maga hasn't been able to do it there. But you've got Spinola who's managing to keep up. Jeffrey just had a moment, and now he's gone into the pits. And Spinola, he still hasn't gone into the pits. And he's trying to stick. And Jeffrey has a 5-second time penalty now, so Mercedes and this pit lane seem to have a terrible relationship this race. They've gone on to softs as well.
I'll tell you one thing that is interesting, the rate that Entity has caught back up to Luke, and obviously Luke has got to go into the pits to make a pit stop. So Entity has obviously gone onto the mediums a lot earlier than what Luke will go on to the softs. But the rate that Entity has caught Luke up, I think Entity could be looking for a second place. He's on fire.
And Lerner Driver's got into the pits now, and he's gone on to softs, and he's Entity 2 seconds behind Luke. And that means Luke will drop quite far behind, as he's gonna come out about where lots of other cars are. Spinola's into the pits as well, and Stubby has lost control of his car. He spun it at just before sector 3, and that's dropped him a lot of places. And Luke, he's coming out the pits now. He comes out 8th place. There's Higgsy. Is he able to get ahead of Higgsy? He has, and that's works great because Higgsy's on 20 lap on hards. Luke is on fresh soft. He won't have to push hard to try and overtake him.
I think Stubby might be retiring here. 2 lap old, mediums is going to the pits to retire.
First retirement of the race, and both AlphaTauris at the back, and Spinola has just pitted. Higgsy's on 20 lap hard. He still has to pit.
Well, he did pit on the first lap because he had the damage, so whether he'll be able to take them to the end, I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't. 3-second time penalty.
He doesn't have to pit, but his tyres are going to be very destroyed by the end if he does. if he does stay out till the end.
Yeah, I think he'll probably come in and do a go on to the softs, and then just do a pretty much fast stint on them softs.
And now we've got Luke, who is at the back of Steve-O. He isn't able to make the overtake at turn 1. He's going to try again at turn 2. He has DRS and he's using his ERS. And he's going to look down the inside of Steve-O. That's a great overtake. Steve-O can't do much about that. He's on 7 lap old hards. He's going to, and they're both going to go to the end. And, one's going to be much faster right now than the other.
I don't know what's happened to Steve-O. I mean, he showed a lot of pace in the qualifying. Whether he picked up a bit of damage in that contact at the beginning of the race, he's just never really found that kind of pace that he found for qualifying.
Steve-O started about third, was it? And now down to 8th. And Jeff Fisher just got past Higgsy up into 9th place. Let's just say Luke took a very not the recommended line out of through that corner, kind of cut on the inside of the grass and went off the track. So
yeah, I've seen Luke a couple of times go. I think he went pretty wide on the lap before and went proper off track. So I don't know if he's struggling on them tyres, but I mean they're soft, so it shouldn't be too bad.
I don't think he'll be struggling on 2 lap old softs unless he has the worst tyre management in history.
He might just be trying a little bit too hard to try and catch up the gaps.
Trying to close the 5-second gap, although he doesn't have to overtake him. He definitely wants to, so he can make more overtakes, but if he just closes within 3 seconds of Al, he will be able to take 6th through his penalty. But as of right now, there seems to be no one within DRS range, unfortunately. So just been watching Luke this entire lap.
Yeah, for the amount of cars that we've got on track, I'm surprised no one's actually in the DRS zone. Such a massive amount of cars on track.
And if you see on the minimap just how far ahead Driver is from Entity, and he's on bad drivers as well, so the gap's only going to get bigger.
I think he's got to finish early because he's probably got to go and do the washing up.
Yeah. Just remembered he left the oven on, so I was going to do this race as quickly as possible. And we seem to have a DRS battle now as Jeffish has caught up to the back of Steve-O, and Steve-O on them hards not really doing as well as he would have wanted. He could see himself drop down to 9th place. He's over the back of him, and he's gonna have DRS as well, so Jeffish will see himself take 8th place. Of course, they both have the penalties, so not gonna really affect them, I don't think, as there he is going down the inside, and he is up. Steele tried switching it back, but Jeffish placed his car in the perfect spot, so perfect he actually hit the back of his car, but nothing too bad, and Sminala has managed to get past Higgsy, who is on 24 lap old hards, and he's
I was watching that. Higgsy pulled over to let Simotla through. There's no point racing someone who's on fresh tyres and you're on pretty well worn. hards. So Hicksy doing the gentleman thing and letting Samotla past and not risking trying to fight or anything or ending up taking each other out. But Higgsy, he's struggling on them tyres.
Not the race he was looking for to start 2024. We have some DRS battles towards the front now. We've got Maggot, Quinn, Maggot, and Draft all within DRS range of each other, and this is battle for podium, so it will be interesting to see. Of course, Draft's right now on the best tyres. Quinn is 13 lap on mediums, gonna take them for about 8 more laps, which means you'll have 20 lap on mediums by the end of the race. And Higgsy in the group chat just said he's -2 laps of fuel, so it's just getting worse and worse for Higgsy.
So he's got old tyres and no fuel.
That's
a lot of lifting, a lot of coasting going to go on there. Lift and coast.
That crash in the beginning of the race has really ruined his entire race. And now, Maggot's lost control of his car. He's lost the turn 1, and now that's caused a late safety car. And what is better now? But yeah, Maggot's out. Higgsy's back into this race. He's the first to go into soft. The way this race was looking, I wasn't really expecting a safety car to come out. But yeah, that's happened.
That's kind of brought Higgsy back into it. He's just got to hope that he doesn't run out of fuel. But it's kind of worked out quite well for Higgsy now because he's managed to go into the pits and get rid of him on the hards and get past the safety car and really catch up to the cars ahead. And he's going to have incredibly fresh soft tyres, so he's going to put the cars in front of him under a lot of pressure. Steve Bowman, Samotla, I think they'll find it hard to keep Higgsy from behind, so Higgsy's pulled the blinder here with that safety car's really helped him out.
Yeah, they are all going onto fresh soft now, so it's going to be a 5 lap race. Sprint really to the end. Entity's gone to soft. Giraffes had to wait for Entity in the pit lanes. They've double stacked, but Luke's gone in, Al's gone in, Jeffish has gone in, but he hasn't been held up by Al. Spinola, oh, I thought Spinola was staying out there, but it's just him passing everyone through the pit lane. I thought Spinola was about to pull a worse strategy known to man, but it's fine. Yeah, they are all on softs now. And this is going to be an interesting race to the end for sure.
I think they had to kind of react to what Higgsy did, with Higgsy going into the pit to get the fresh set of softs. The cars in front will be thinking, oops, he's going to be on fresh tyres. He's going to be able to catch to the back of us. So it's kind of just had like a massive domino effect. And everyone's gone in there, so everyone will be on the same amount of fresh tyres. It was just going to be a sprint to the end.
This race was looking to be a bit of a boring one, but we did have the battle for the podium at the end, which, of course, Maga lost control of his car turn 1, and then DNF, which caused a safety car, and I imagine a lot of people are going to go aggressive into throughout the rest of the race. Jeffish and Higgsy, they still have penalties. They both have 3-second time penalties, so they're gonna have a lot of work to do if they are gonna make up any places on the safety car restart.
Yeah, with everyone going into the pits and going onto soft tyres, it kind of nullifies Higgsy's pit stop. Because obviously he would have been on the fresher tyres, but with everyone else now going in, Higgsy's not going to have that that element now. So the time penalties between himself and Jetfish are really going to hurt both of them.
Imagine the safety car will be in next lap, meaning we will have 5 laps till the end. Safety car will now just be waiting on Higgsy to catch up, which will be quite soon, so yeah, safety car will definitely be in next lap, meaning from lap 32 the safety car will go in. We'll have, well, that'll be 4 laps left of racing, and Hana driver, after being almost 30 seconds ahead of Entity before the safety car, now turned into lots of aggressive cars trying to go down the inside of turn 1 in hopes for a win. But yeah, all the cars have caught up now, so we'll just wait till the end of this lap before we can go racing again. Learner driver has just been dominant throughout. He did have a battle with Maga at the beginning, but then overtook him in the second lap, and then just managed to pull a huge gap ahead. And we've had lots of battles towards the lower half of the pack, which was like battle for 6 between Al, Minotla, Jeffish and Stevo. And just before the safety car, we almost had a battle for second shaping up. But then Maga lost control of his car at the exit of turn 1, which caused the safety car and his DNF. And now the safety car is in, and learner driver will set us off. Entity will be waiting to see when he goes, and he has gone now, and he's done that quite well. Entity has been caught napping a bit there, as Quinn is right onto the back of Entity, and now he's going to go down the inside of turn 1, and he's managing to make the overtake done, and Quinn is now up into second place. Jeffish has managed to get past Minotla up into 8th place at the back there, and they all seem to be in single file. That is what this track does. But We will have about 1 or 2 laps with DRS. But for now, they're all going to be trying to make up as many places, as much overtakes before the DRS does get activated. They all seem to be close together for now, except for Higgsy, who appears to be 2 seconds behind, so he's had a poor restart there. And what was his return was meant to be after a poor race. The safety car was meant to help him. It's just led to being 2 seconds behind and not making up any places.
I think Higgs is having to do a lot of... Oh, and there's a spin at Jetfish.
Jetfish has spun out the exit of the penultimate corner. That's dropped him down to 10th, meaning Higgsy is not going to be last, which has been for majority of the race. Now he's out. Jetfish's teammates out is going down the inside of Luke for that full spot. I've got a yellow flag, so that's just Jetfish. They're now side by side heading into turn 2, and we've got Luke on the inside and Al on the outside, but Luke has managed to hold on to that 5th spot. And Giraffe's got a time penalty, 3-second time penalty, and that's gonna drop him down so many places. He's got DRS activated next lap, so they're all gonna just be close to Giraffe, who will drop down to probably 8th looking at these gaps. We've got Al, who's still right on the back of Luke. He'll be wishing he was in his brother's situation right now. He'll be in 2nd place. And we are gonna get DRS activated at the start of the next lap, which is pretty much gonna be now. So the driver sets fastest lap 16.7. There's the sign, DRS enabled. We're gonna have it for 2 laps, and it's gonna be a crucial 2 laps for pretty much every driver. As Al had a look down the inside of Luke for a moment there, but never managed to make the overtake, as Giraffe is now dropping off Entity. He might try to focus on protecting Entity's podium and holding up the cars behind him, which would be a good team tactic.
What did I tell you about Entity? I just... Yep. Either my virus or something in my bones said Entity, and... Yep. He hasn't let me down. He's had a fantastic race. And he'll be hoping to put Quinn under a lot of pressure now under DRS in the last couple of laps.
That's if he even is within DRS range. He's just he's literally hovering about the 2nd mark. Jeffrey's got another time penalty, but he's too far back. That's not going to affect his race at all. DRS is enabled now. Let's see if anyone's close enough. Al will be thinking that he is close enough. They've used up all their ERS. Al's looking down the inside, and he's managed to get the overtake done, and is up into 5th place now. That will be 4th place because of Draft's penalty. Luke had another look down the inside of Al, but decided not to make the overtake. We've got a large DRS train now on the final lap. And they all DRS was only for 1 lap then, because he got activated on lap 34 and DRS was first in lap 35. So 1 lap. Huh?
We have a lot of red flashing fuel lights on a few of the cars, which could make things a bit interesting.
Yeah.
Have they got it right?
We know Higgs was -2 laps. We've got a yellow flag somewhere. We've got Giraffe and Entity. We'll go towards the front now. Lerner driver wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Quinn will take 2nd place, and with Entity behind him in 3rd. Giraffe 4th. Oh, that is a close finish. Look how close that was. We got Al in 4th. Luke was 400ths behind him. and Steve was 200ths behind Luke, which was less than a tenth between 3 cars. And then Sminala 7th, Draft 8th, Higgsy 9th, but Steve has left the session. What's happened there? Not sure what's happened to Steve there, but wow, what a close finish that was. If I knew I was going to be seeing that towards the end, I would have stayed on that battle. We watched all the other cars cross the line. So, you did say Entity on podium.
I did. I said, yeah, Learner Driver to win and Entity to finish third. I did say Stebo second, but 2 out of 3, not bad.
Yeah, none of the drivers I predicted going to podium. Except for the driver, of course, that's 1 out of 3. But yeah, that's been an incredible race. I don't think Steve-O will be in 10th place. I think the game glitched because he DNF'd after the race finished. But yeah, that's it for Premier Division. I hope you guys have enjoyed that race. And I know I certainly did towards the end. It was high stakes for the final 4 laps. And we got Luke won't be happy to see his brother on the podium, but he didn't manage 5th place with one of the closest finishes between 3 cars I think I've ever seen before. But in organic, did you how are your thoughts on that race?
Yeah, it pretty much went the way I was thinking it was going to go. Not as many safety cars as what I thought there would be. But yeah, Learner Driver dominant from start to finish. My man Entity finishing third. So yeah.
Yeah, and next week will be Austria, I think. I'm pretty sure it is Austria. I did get told this yesterday, but I can't remember as well. It's Austria. So if you thought track limits was bad this race, you ain't ready for what's about to happen next week. Where on Tuesday it'll be me driving. Organic will be driving as well if he's not sick like he was this week. And then this time next week it'll be us two back on comms again. And Quinn saying finally after 4 seasons, first podium after 4 seasons. Congratulations, Quinn. You have bragging rights over your brother. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I will see you all next time.